everybody. Welcome to the Feather and Field podcast. Welcome back if you listened under the name The Mountain State Outdoorsman. Did a name change, as you can tell. A little bit of direction change of the podcast as well. I upland hunted a lot more with my dog this past season. Mostly at preserves and stuff, trying to get him to get the hang of it. He's an older dog. I wouldn't call him a bird dog, but we go out and try and figure it out together. So I want to focus more upland hunting in the podcast. Have people in that space, in that world community on the podcast, possibly. Talk about habitat, conservation, and everything to do with that world, because I'm really interested in it. I'm really stuck on it right now. So that's the direction that I want to go with this podcast. That, and I want to talk to biologists, conservationists, and public land advocates. All of that ties into the episode today. It's a solo episode, just me, so it might get boring. I don't know. I hope not. But we are going to get into it. Let's dive right in. So if you guys follow anyone in the outdoor industry right now, it could be a content creator, a videographer, photographer, hiker, camper, hunter, angler. It really doesn't matter. Clothing company. Doesn't really matter. They've probably posted about this issue I'm going to talk about today, and that is the proposal to sell our public lands, 2 to 3 million to be exact, that has been proposed to put into the reconciliation bill. This isn't the first time that they've come after public lands, and it definitely won't be the last. But we have to fight just as hard every time, because once you lose that land, you don't get the land back. And it, just as everyone I had named off before, that's who it affects. Hunters, anglers, hikers, campers, anyone that recreates on that public land, that's who it affects. It affects you and I. Potentially could affect more people to come, future generations. My son, and if you guys have kids listening, your kids. And that's a big reason as to why it matters to me. Is I remember growing up, went on these public lands with my dad, my grandpa, my brother, to hunt, and then went with countless amount of people to go fish on public waters. I have memories with myself and my dog on these public lands close to me, with my wife, with countless buddies, family. It's where I spend a lot of my time, and it's where I want Levi and myself to spend a lot of time. And if we don't protect that now, there's a possibility that we won't. Now, the proposal is in 11 western states. I do not live in a western state, and I've never been out west. I live in the eastern part of the country, so a lot of people, especially a lot of people that live in the eastern part of the country like myself, might wonder why we need to fight for this issue. You know, it's not my state. It's not a state near me. It's not even someplace I've ever been. Someplace I want to go, Yes. Someplace I'll go anytime soon? I don't know. That being said, though, although it's not going to affect us Eastern guys, we have to fight for our fellow outdoorsmen and women in the West because that is their home turf. That is right out their back door. More than that, it's just not right. Public lands are supposed to be public, for the public. They're not to be sold off. They're not to be disposed of to try and put affordable housing, quote unquote, or try and take a chunk back out of our debt, because that's not going to work. It's you and I would never see the kickbacks of the sale of this land. Theodore Roosevelt said, now this, I'm sure everyone has heard this quote to some degree, defenders of the short-sighted men who in their greed and selfishness will, if permitted, rob our country of half its charm by their reckless extermination of all useful and beautiful wild things, sometimes seek to champion them by saying, the game belongs to the people. So it does, and not merely to the people now alive, but to the unborn people. And I think we have to remember that when we're in this fight, is that it's not just for myself and for you all. Like I said earlier, it's for my kids, your kids, everyone else's kids, future generations. That's what we have to really take into consideration and realize is it's not just for you and me sitting here right now. And it's just as much for the animals as it is for us and the wildlife. I mean, that's their home. Someone made a really good post on Instagram. I can't remember for the life of me who it was now. But they made a really good heartfelt video about how this is the animal's only home. If it goes away, they get pushed to who knows where, and the denser the population gets in one area, the thinner the herd will get. And that's not right. That's their only home. We have to defend them just as much as we want to defend our public lands. And keeping those lands wild, keeping wild places wild, that's what will do that. All that being said, it's not hard to fight for these public lands. You can pick up the phone and call the state senate switchboard, and that number is 304-224-3121. I'm going to confirm that because I don't want to tell you guys wrong, and I switch up the numbers way too much. Yes, 202-224-3121. That will take you to the U.S. Capitol switchboard. An operator will pick up. You'll tell them your state and your zip code, and they will direct you to that state senator's direct line. You might talk to a voicemail box, you might talk to an operator. Regardless, in your message, be respectful and tell them why they should vote no to the sale of public lands, why they should have the sale of public lands removed from the reconciliation bill. Give them a story. Just tell them what public lands mean to you. And email, call. And if you're one of the people who doesn't like to pick up the phone or doesn't like to talk on the phone, you can go to these websites and these organizations. You can go to howlforwildlife.org. You can go to Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. You can go to the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Program. And there's others out there. You can go there. You can go to a Take Action page. You'll fill out your information. It will pull up your state senators with a pre-typed email. And all you do is click send. If you go to howlforwildlife.org and you take action there, you can send, I believe it is a 60-second clip as to what public lands mean to you, why they need to take the bill out or take the sale of public lands out. And then they will send that over with an email. So you don't have to directly call if that's not something you're comfortable with. It can be something as small as an email, or, like I said, going to one of these organizations. And at the bare minimum, continue to share stuff on your social media stories, make social media posts, and tag these senators. I can't stress that enough. Tag the senators, comment on the senators' posts, tag them in comments on posts, and be as respectful as you can be, as kind as you can be. Project Upland made a great post on how to effectively use social media. I think that is a great tool to go and use. And hopefully you guys are listening to this on Tuesday the 24th. If you are, I really encourage you to go over to backcountryhunters.org. They are doing a thing called Flood the Lines on the 25th, which is Wednesday. You just need to go in. You need to fill out their take action page. Once you fill that out, you want to share the action alert on social media and then post it with the hashtags below. And what they're going to do is they're going to absolutely flood the crap out of the Capitol. Virtually. This is not an in-person picket fence line or anything. This is a virtual thing where they're going to flood them with all of the emails and letters and take action things that they have collected. They're just going to absolutely flood them with it. So go over to, like I said, backcountryhunters.org, participate in that, fill out the take action, and then right after you're done there, since you're already on there, go to howlforwildlife.org, do their take action, then go to the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Program, do that one. Just do all of them at one time. You're already there on the internet, so just do that because it makes a difference. That's it. That's all I can say is share the message. Continue to share the message. And later down the road, when this happens again, because it will happen again. They will come for public lands again. We have to fight just as hard. Can't let up. Just have to keep going. Thanks for listening. Thank you for tuning in. This was a little bit out of my comfort zone when it came to things to talk about. This is the first real issue that has got me super fired up. But at the same time, it's given me a little bit of clarity in the direction that I want to pursue when it comes to the outdoors. So for that, I'm grateful, but I'm also anxious at the same time to see what's going to happen when they vote on this bill. Hopefully the state senators listen to the people and they oppose it, but we'll see. I talked about a little bit in the beginning the direction that I wanted to go with this podcast, and I'm briefly going to further explain it. I want to talk with more upland hunters, people that own companies in that space, maybe people that are affiliated with some of the organizations like Quail Forever, Pheasant Forever, RGS, or people that are members or affiliated with the local chapters around here. I'd also like to talk to biologists and conservationists in that industry. Ollie made me kind of lose my train of thought a little bit, but I'm still going to make a couple episodes about some big game hunting, or maybe some turkey hunting, maybe a little bit of fly fishing, but my main focus is going to be the upland hunting, talking about conservation and public land issues just like this one. When there are issues that arise like this one, I'm going to read it, do my research, look into it, and then probably make a solo episode on issues and events like this one. But all that being said, we just need to stick together, unite. That's been a great thing to see, is everyone uniting, whether it's hunters, anglers, bikers, campers, outlanders. Everyone has united together to fight this issue, and that's great to see. I think that is going to be a huge factor for us winning this fight. So we need to continue to stick together and fight this day by day. Do not give up. Don't quit. Don't quit sending emails. Don't quit calling. Don't quit posting. Tag these organizations. Tag these senators. And keep it up. I'm anxious to see, excited to see us win this fight for public lands, because I truly believe that we're going to. Keep updated on everything. And until next time, stay safe in this crazy world that we're in. Fight for public lands. And have a great day.